All right, we're back.
All right, we're
We're
back.
having some internet issues, so we think we've got it resolved. So now that we're back, Doug's going to go ahead and show you the video again, hopefully.
It's a good video.
Hey, welcome to Bedlam at the Lost Escape Room here in Cross Lanes. Today we are having a big battle for Bedlam with the Charcon group. Here's a little sneak peek of what they're going to be doing. We're just going to show you the beginning of this game a little bit. You won't be able to solve anything from it. But what you're going to see in through here is where they will begin their journey, their battle against each other. They'll have to get through these doors. Behind these doors is probably the largest escape room per square foot in the state of West Virginia. And you'll see a wire up here. That's how we can hear you guys and make some fun of you along the way. And over here you will even see a TV that looks like a window. And that's how we communicate with you guys in case you get stuck in a room. So everybody out there that's all scared to be locked in a room, yeah, this isn't the hugest room, but back through here, trust me, it is really big and you're never really alone. So let's see how these guys do and let the battle begin.
All right.
And we're back. We hope you enjoyed that video. That was the one Doug, I think, was showing the room here, right? That's a sample of one of the rooms here at the Lost in Cross Lanes. So if you come out, you'll get to see one of those rooms and take the challenge. And our other team is still in there. We hope they take a long time to get out.
Another half an hour, at least.
Right. So what do you guys want to talk? What do you want to talk about, Trav?
We are live. That's right.
Yes.
That's good.
Mike Maney, what do we have to look forward this year in Artist Alley?
Well,
Being our resident artist.
artists in training.
Artist in training, yes.
Excuse me very much.
Are some of the regulars returning?
Some of our regulars are returning. Actually, all of our regulars are returning.
Okay. Who
Our
are
happy
those?
Charcon family.
Who are those?
We got JR. He's going to be there doing
Yeah,
caricatures, I'm sure.
Of JR's Quick Draw, JR and Friends Quick Draw?
Indeed. The
What
very
a
same.
fabulous event that is.
What?
I said that event is great. That's
Do
great.
you want to talk about the event? Let me list the rest
Yeah,
of
go ahead.
the
Sure,
artists.
do
And then we'll have Amelia. And we'll have... How else? Who else will we
Sam.
film?
Sam, of course, Sam
Well,
has joined our staff as
yeah, like-
being in charge of cosplay. So.
You'll be able to find me and Sam at the same table.
That's right.
Kenneth going to be there?
He's a new artist for
I
us.
believe so.
Billy?
Billy will be there. He's not in the artist alley. Billy will be there. Yeah. And Charles Erbach will be there. He's not an artist alley. He's our featured artist. He's
Right. He's going to be doing
cover.
the sure to be awesome artwork for the...
It will be. He does a great job. I'm sure it'll be great. Tom King will be there, but Tom has a vendor table. He's not an artist alley, but yeah, Tom King.
Right.
Which is Crown Digital. Is that the name? I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So the JR and Friends Quick Draw event is.
Hey, yeah, it's kind of dying. Can you tell them to hang on a bit?
Hold on a second.
Hold on, we'll be.
All right, so we're back.
I shaved.
Hopefully things are better, and if not, we're just going to go to audio and see how that works out. But we were talking about all artists and JR and Friends Quick Draw, which is a great event we have on Friday nights, and we'll have JR there, and Michael and Billy and Charles, which we did that same lineup a couple years ago, right? And it worked out great. And it's a fan interactive thing, so everybody can come. At no charge, it's free to get in, and you get tickets. You get to, if we draw your ticket, you get to tell them what to draw. When they're done, you can buy it if you want. It's collectible, quick collectible art. It works out well. There's Steve. Steve, do you want to come over and say something on the live stream?
You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello, live stream.
So this is Steve. Steve, introduce yourself there.
I'm Steve.
Steve is the one of the owners here, right?
Yes, one of the owners here at the escape room. So,
Right. And you have two, right?
we have one here in Cross Lanes, and we also have another one with different games in Huntington. So,
Great. Why don't you say what you like about escape rooms in general? We already kind of talked about it.
okay. I kind of fell in love with them. My family went to Nashville a few years back, and we were trying to find something to do in Nashville, of all things. Like, there's nothing to do there. But
Right.
we got on TripAdvisor and we looked, and boom, there was an escape room. We did it. We fell in love with it. I love the puzzles aspect of it, the different things that you see, the way the rooms look. It's some really good time that you can put your cell phone down and interact with each other the way we all used to.
Right.
That we don't now. And then we would always go out and eat dinner afterwards, and we would continue to talk about the game and what we did and how much fun we had. And then we just got the bright idea, hey, let's bring it to West Virginia, and we did, and we're at 2 locations already. So
Yeah, that's great. That's an interesting thing you would say, because that's one of the highlights we point out about a lot of the games we do at Charcon, which is, board games will bring your family together. They can sit down and do something without a video screen in front of themselves the whole time.
Yep.
I mean, I think for the most part, most of our staff, even, we play video games. I play them. But with video games, you're so disconnected. It's become different. I really enjoy those. But with board games, you get to sit down. You get to socially interact with people.
Yeah.
That's sort of a lost thing these days. And it's great that we're both kind of doing the same thing there.
Yeah, it really is. And I'll even take it a step further we had a game in Huntington when we first opened. It was called 60. And we would take groups at the beginning of the game, and you would be split up into 2 different rooms. And the goal was to get back together in another room. I found it really interesting when you split groups up, how difficult of a time they had kind of interacting without that use of that cell phone. And, because we've come kind of so dependent on it, and they're great, but then we have become so dependent on it. And like you're saying, with board games and escape rooms, like a real life board game, you're getting to interact socially again, and it's just really cool. It's an old concept that we all grew up with, just interacting socially.
Sure.
That's just not used anymore, because everything is through computer, through a phone, everything like that. So
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to be able to just interact with each other.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, that's a neat idea. I'm sure if you have a group of people that come in, they have a group dynamic, and when you split it in half, that
Well,
group
we
dynamic
learned
changes
quickly
completely.
not to put husband and wife in the same room. We actually made a card after that, and it said, I need a divorce lawyer.
Yeah.
That was strictly because of that room, because they almost killed each other in the room. It was funny. But it is a different dynamic when you're sitting behind the camera, as we are helping players play that game and being able to interact with those people, just to see the different things people do and laugh and carry on with them. It's a good time.
We're looking forward to it.
I can't wait. The group in there now, they're doing all right. So that's all I can
Oh,
say.
no, they're doing horrible.
They're not going to set any records.
No records will be set with this group.
Do you
but
want to
they're-
go ahead and tell us everything about the room, since they're around here?
I can't. They'll go back and watch this, I'm sure, and they would know I gave it away. But they seem to be doing pretty good and having a good time. So
Well, that's good. That's what it's all about.
we think they will in Bedlam. Bedlam's kind of been our little baby that we've kind of come up with. We've designed all of our games here. I think we've done total of 10 games now, and Bedlam's our biggest that we've done so far. I'm not going to tell you guys how many rooms or anything like that it might be, but a lot of people come out and say, I didn't think it was ever going to end because it's so big.
I can imagine. So when I watched the video, and I'd watched it before on the website, it had a very Westworld vibe, at least. I don't know if that's... Have you seen Westworld? At least the HBO series, which is based on the old...
How to answer this? I don't know how I want to answer this question.
Maybe
so,
no comment?
Maybe no comment. Maybe
good.
I cannot answer this question, or I choose not to.
That's
So-
okay. Well, I'll ask you
Fair.
that question again later.
You can ask me that question again later. So
Okay.
So
And
we
hopefully
do get
none of them have seen
we,
Westworld.
we do get some ideas from things that we do like.
Sure, pop culture stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. And we we try to put our own spin on things a little bit. So maybe you could be on something. I don't know.
I hear you.
It does have a twist.
I hear you. Well, thanks for talking about the stuff, Steve. I mean, we're really excited to have you guys coming out on Saturday, and we're looking forward to being partners with you guys. And
I can't wait to do it. I will be bringing out Immunity Quest, and it's kind of our mobile unit. It kind of just gets your feet wet with an escape room. A lot of people think, still think an escape room is like Saw. We're going to lock you in and cut your head off or something. And
We already said it wasn't like Saw.
it's not.
Yeah.
But we get that sometimes. and
Unless
it's-
Michael was running it.
and
Or
you know,
Kyle. I'm sorry.
We've had. I'll put it this way: we've had some scary rooms before. None of our rooms right now are scary. If you are looking to book a game with us, you will know if it's a scary room before you book it. I'll put it that way. If you just look at our website, you'll know.
gotcha.
So, but a ton of fun. We're looking forward to it, and can't wait to come up and be part of it.
Yeah,
Great.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks a
Thanks.
bunch.
Thank you.
So that was Steve. He's the owner here at the Lost of their two locations, again, here in Charleston and one in Huntington. They're going to have their portable room at Charcon on Saturday. So if you want to do that, make sure you get there on Saturday, maybe get there early so you can do it quick.
Yeah. And
Hey, no, keep
what you got, Kyle?
talking. I had an idea, but keep talking.
Okay. I thought it was neat that he said pretty much one of the exact same things we say about board games and role-playing games, which is it gets people to put their phones down and
Right.
actually interact with one another in a way that's fun and engaging.
Except I don't like any of you people.
Bleep,
so.
bleep, bloop.
Well, I got news for you, Dave. This may come as a surprise.
Jennifer likes me, right, Jennifer?
Most days.
There, see?
I've got an idea for a new segment for this streaming show.
I'm eager with anticipation.
We postulate what actually goes on in our escape room. What do you think? What do you think we're up
I
against?
think there's going to be a puzzle.
One
have
puzzle.
you guys seen Westworld?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah. So that girl in the video was a definite Westworld vibe.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was
So, what I'm also thinking though, giant mechanical spider.
Oh yeah.
Like Wild Wild West.
Wiki wild, wiki
Wiki-
wild, wiki wild west.
That's right.
Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want none of this.
Keep it going. No, lay it out. Lay it out, bro.
You stress me out of that dress once you meet Jim West.
Was there an Artemis Gordon line in there?
You don't want to see
Yeah,
my
but
hand
now
where my
I
hip
thought
be at,
off.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who you gonna call? Not the GB.
That's right.
Who you gonna call? JWAG.
That's excellent, man. Excellent.
Hey, thanks.
It's funny because he knows the lyrics to a lot of songs, and you'd think when he gets up on stage he would remember them. But I saw him do Hammer Time down in Lexington. We went out after Lexington Comic Con, and I was really eager. I mean, it was me and Tackett were there waiting to see it, and it was an atrocity.
Well, he was saying you can touch this, right?
No, I don't know what it was. Like when he got to the chorus, he had the chorus down there. You know, the whoa, 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 Hammer Time. But then when it got to the lyric, the first verse was like tragic. But after that, it got better.
Tragic.
That should not take away from the fact that Michael is an excellent karaoke performer, and he hosts the Old Crow karaoke show at our Saturday night party, and it is a hoot.
Nice segue, Trav.
Thanks.
How do you miss the lines in karaoke? Yeah,
He thought he
because
knew
I
them.
tried to go from the heart,
Right.
and
He
my
went,
heart,
he went off the
Tried
monitor.
to sing MC.
there was a little bit of arrhythmia or something. So
Gotcha. Understood.
Trav, do you have a go-to karaoke song for this year's Old Crow karaoke?
I know. I don't sing ever.
you have to come up with an answer.
I'll prepare something special.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Jennifer,
Excellent.
Are you gonna?
No, I'll watch it.
Dave, are you gonna make an appearance and do an Old Crow karaoke show song?
I usually miss the party
Come
because
long enough just to do a song.
somebody has to run things on Sunday morning,
Right.
and I'm usually the
Trav,
guy.
what's yours?
Go to?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a good question. I think I did the Banana
Right.
Boat song last year.
Oh,
Dale!
Yeah.
Whoa. Excellent.
What's yours?
MC Hammer.
Is it NSYNC? Is NSYNC a go-to?
Bye. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Can you hit us with a little?
No. I'm shy.
He's not had enough of the
Saves it
credit.
for the stage.
I'm shy.
You're shy.
Hands are sweaty. Palms are sweaty.
can we get
Mom's
you to-
spaghetti.
Right.
Get ready, regretty.
Nice work.
That's nice.
Nice work, Rabbit.
That's nice flow there.
Like the way you move your body.
That's nice work.
We still live?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
You know, I wanted to take the opportunity to ask Rachel about any panels we might have.
Okay.
We have a few cosplay panels for sure. We're gonna do some on the board gaming that you mentioned a minute ago. 3D printing.
Closer.
Too close.
You're good. You're fine.
You're fine.
And everything was fine.
Okay. Did they hear what I said though? Or do I need to start over? Okay, there's going to be a few panels on cosplay. There's going to be some on art, including 3D printing. There's going to be some on making games. Pretty much anything you could think of.
Yeah. So the two we have, the cosplay ones are like in character.
Black Butler,
Panel, the Black Butler and X-Men. Right?
X-Men. Yes.
And they're actually, you can, if you want to be part of the panel, you can contact them
Anime.
and ask them, tell them what costume you want to wear, and you'll be there. And it'll be like an inquest. Have you seen that panel before? I know they've done it so many places. Okay, cool.
What?
Nothing.
Travis
Save it for
Orders
when
has
we're not live.
commentary.
Save it for when we're not live.
There's nothing.
All of my comments are going to be after this.
I'm good.
Trevor, you gonna break out your Juggernaut costume?
Ooh, it's the Juggernaut.
I'm the Juggernaut.
Yep. We know. Everyone knows the
Get
next
it?
line.
Remember that meme?
From 15 years ago.
I remember 15 years ago better than I do like an hour ago.
Never mind. I had a hot take, but it was from like 10 years ago, so whatever.
That's more fresh. Juggernaut.
That's right.
Well, it was still related.
So Dave, why don't you tell us about what's going on in the board game area this year?
Well, in the board game area, of course, we'll have our library games, but
We're gonna
we'll
bring
have
a bigger selection of our library this year.
bigger selection. We also have the play to win games. We should have upwards of 80 games again this year. And we have our Catan tournament, which is a national qualifier, and the winner of that gets a spot at Gen Con. Right?
Yeah.
2019
Is it
or 20.
Gen Con or Origins?
I'll have to check
think
on
it's
that.
Origins.
It might be Origins, yeah. And then we also have got quite a few tournaments with the Envoy program.
Doug's on our team too. He's come out from behind the box.
I'm trying to think of some of the games. New York Slice, Diamonds,
Ice Cool.
Ice Cool's one.
Cool party. Chill.
Nevermore is another one. There's several others. There's like 9 of them.
Dimensions.
Dimension. Yeah. So,
So
those are all
those
going
are
on.
regional qualifiers. So whoever wins those tournaments, which will include several state champions from Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, they all get an invite to come. And if they won the states, they automatically go to the semifinals of the regional and play. And if you win the regional, then you get to go to Gen Con to play in the national championships.
Yep.
Which is cool. So people will qualify for that from our show.
Dreams could come true. It could happen to you.
That's right.
In the Charcon regional qualifiers.
That's right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
We're going to do a pandemic survival event, right? Did we decide what day
That's the
that's going to
plan.
be?
No, we have not decided
So
yet, but it's
we're
probably
do
going to be
one session,
Saturday.
Probably Saturday. Any other board game stuff?
We're kicking around the idea of a big Memoir 44
Yeah, big D-Day.
game, a D-Day invasion game. For those not familiar, Memoir 44 is a World War II game, uses minis and map, and it's card driven. Excellent game.
Pictures from Origins when we ran that with the guy who wrote it.
Richard Borg, yeah.
Where we did the huge D-Day game. I meant to save him, but I lost him again.
That's a good job.
Yep, well done,
We
Travis.
appreciate you letting us know about stuff that we can't see.
Yep.
I wouldn't have showed you anyway.
I found some pictures the other day of all of us wearing communist mustaches.
Oh, yeah.
When I say all of us, I mean Dave and Travis.
Right.
That's old school.
The three of us.
The old people.
It's old
Right,
school
the old
character
people,
first. They were
yes.
very similar to these mustaches. Only we had communist hats to go with them.
Dave, are there any featured games this year?
Featured. Help me out here.
No.
Stick to the format, Dave.
Nothing in particular.
Well, we will probably once again have copies of all the Spiel des Jahres nominee games, right? Hopefully that's a thing.
Well, we have to wait till they come
They
out.
come out. When do they come out, Dave? Do you know?
A week?
Monday.
Monday.
Tomorrow.
Monday.
Spiel des Jahres is
Monday.
nominated. Hopefully we'll see some games from a certain German board game company there included.
Yeah, Spielworks, right?
Referring to how we used to do the board game area, though, because now it's a lot more play to win, and it used to be tournaments with
Right, we
specific
had
games.
the premier board game tournament. We don't do that anymore.
Go away for a few years,
That's right. That's right.
everything changes.
Oh no.
So, yeah,
Travis
we
is
will
over here
feature-
breaking
we'll
stuff.
try to get copies and feature all the Spiel nominees games, both the Spiel and the
Tangram.
Kenner Spiel, so people can get a play in on those.
Yeah, as long as they're not too hard to get a hold of.
Right.
That's the trick, because it is they are German board games, so sometimes we just don't have access
We'll get
to
them one
them.
way or the other. I
mean, last
know
year
some
we
people
got-
in Germany.
Yeah, we got lucky to get Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Right.
That
And
was
you know,
a
the
kind of
person that we
last-minute
bought
thing.
that from ended up being someone from Dale Hughes Game Group in Cincinnati.
There you go.
And I think she may actually be coming to Charcon or game. Yeah, anyways, small world, I guess, right?
Yep. So hopefully we'll have all the Spiel nominated games there this year.
So, Doug, you want to talk about some of our intended social media and content creation stuff we're going to be doing at Charcon this year?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know who all we've got lined up.
What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell
Okay.
me who we've got lined up.
So we're going to do a live stream sometime on Saturday. We haven't picked the time yet, but we're going to have several content creators lined up. Of course, the fabulous star-studded cast of Charcast is going to be there doing live. That's me and Dave and Doug. And
1 second. I have to say hello to my daughter Alex. Hi, Alex. She's watching.
oh, okay. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
So we will be exploring the geek culture through the hills and hollows of West Virginia live from Charcon. Right? Did I get that right?
Good way to sneak that in
Close
there.
enough.
Okay. Right.
Exploring gaming and geek
Gaming
culture.
and geek culture. Right.
The slogan is ingrained
came
into
up
his
with it.
mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all right. So then we got Jared will be there doing a live session of his Pew Pew podcast where they play games.
Okay.
I don't think we've talked about this. I confirmed that Jeremy and Patrick from Blue Peg Pink Peg will be there, and they're going to do a live stream. So
All right.
part of our session.
Fantastic.
And I have another good-sized podcast crew that I haven't confirmed completely yet, but we hope to add them. If we do, that'll be enough. That'll be, I think,
The McElroys, right?
right. That'll cover 5 hours of live streaming, so that'll be a lot.
Yeah, that'll be plenty.
Yeah. And then, of course, we're thinking about putting up a webcam over the vendor hall that we'll just put out there throughout the show so that people can check on what's going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, we thought about it. It depends on where we can get it.
Right.
You know.
It's logistics. We just have to sort out the logistics. And then, of course, we'll do some Facebook Live stuff. We'll probably Facebook Live from the raffle and various other stuff.
Right. If we're not streaming podcasts at the same time as the JR and
Friends Quick Draw.
Quick Draw, I'd like to make
Yeah.
that a thing
Sure.
with enough quality, like video quality, that you can actually see the artwork.
Yeah.
Would be the idea.
Sure. At the very least, we will definitely record it and put it up later, but we will try to stream it. We just have to figure out where, because we said they were going to be live. There for a minute, I was thinking the best place to do it would be in one of the sound boxes in the performance hall, because it's all soundproof, but it's hard to have a live audience involvement with that. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do yet. We're going to sort it out. How's your tanagram efforts going over there?
That's great. I got it.
You've solved it.
I think the founders.
Hashtag
I think
solved.
the founders room would be nice if we're not
Wrong
using it for
brand.
anything else.
Well, we typically use that for panels, so we just have to see. I mean,
3 out of 4.
we have panels with that. And we have the front of the stage, so we may have to move panels to the front of the stage. So I don't know. We'll see.
Is this solved?
No.
I hope that's not an example of the skill you're going to bring to the table when we get into Bedlam here.
I'm not so good at puzzle games.
Great. That's exactly what we want to hear. No, I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Okay.
I feel like one's missing.
What's the time on the other team right now?
We're not supposed to know.
Well, we have
See if you can
watches.
solve that one.
About 123 since I left this room.
Ooh.
Also, just skip the prompt. I was getting confused why it mattered. Just read the
I'm sure they've used multiple clues at this point.
Yeah.
We hope they're having fun, but failing miserably.
That's right. So that's one of the things about the
you
escape
solve
room.
it?
If you do get in trouble, you can ask for some clues. So hopefully we won't have to use too many. That's the
We're not
plan
using
anyway.
Any clues?
No, we're clueless.
We're gonna go into negative clues.
0 clues.
We'll redesign the escape room for them.
Yes.
I brought.
We will find solutions that they never imagined.
I brought some lock picks and some bump keys, and that's fair, right?
Right. Yeah.
In
Absolutely.
an escape room.
So now we've reached the point of the stream where there will be unabashed end-game spoilers.
No in-game spoilers.
I haven't seen it.
Hey, look,
Hey,
Russo said it's fair.
You know what I think is really cool? Because he's not on camera. Jordan has chose to show us all some chest hair by letting one of the
You jumped.
Thanks, Jordan.
I've been distracted.
So we were going to talk trash about everybody on the other team. I don't want to lose track of that. So we already did Matt Smith. Who's next? Do you want to talk trash about Manny? Come on over.
Mexican?
Yeah, Mexican.
That's his wife.
That's his wife saying that.
Let's get you a prime microphone seat. They didn't hear what you said anyway. We won't repeat it.
So we'll start with Manny first. What do you want to say about Manny?
I love him.
All right.
Oh, tone changes when she's on mic.
She loves him,
That's all you want to say about it?
but he only loves remote control cars, right?
Oh, he loves remote control cars a whole lot.
Yes.
They take over our living room.
There you go. Talk trash. If he doesn't get those cars out of my living room.
He also likes little cars that don't have remote control.
Oh yeah, he really likes Gaslands. He's going to actually have that at
Charcon.
Charcon.
So he plays with kids' toys.
He does. He plays with lots of kids' toys. He likes Transformers too.
These seem like positive things that we're saying about Manny.
But
That was my Transformers noise.
Let's move on to somebody we want to make fun of more. Who's next?
I think we all know who that is.
I think we've. Can we beat on Corey?
Sure.
oh yeah, we have to beat on Corey.
Sure,
you know.
we can talk about Hop Along.
For those of you who don't know, Corey tragically lost his foot, had it amputated due to diabetes.
Diabetes.
Wilford Brimley tried to warn him.
It got dark here quick, didn't it?
Yeah. So
He's doing well.
He's dealing
He
with
is
it well,
doing
yes.
very well with
He's
it.
very cheerful. We would never make fun of him if he didn't make fun of himself.
He started
At
it.
least not publicly like this.
I did like the foot cream post that he shared the other
The
day.
Miracle-Gro?
The foot repair cream?
Yeah.
That it's not working?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
There was a good one our friend Ben Eller posted like right after it happened. That was just so well timed.
You guys can't see what we're talking about. So it's probably not as entertaining.
All right. But yeah, what do you want to say about Corey?
I just wanted to say that was the reason for your undefeated
Oh, yeah,
title on
undefeated.
the
Right.
fight promo card.
He said that if they lose this room, if his team loses, he's cutting off another foot.
Wow.
Going hands and everything.
They've been in there a long time.
He's full in.
I really want to see that beard covered in whipped cream
Yeah, oh yeah.
from
When
the
we say
pie.
it not being
Rachel
soft,
refuses to lose.
I think he covers it in whipped cream for fun.
Okay, we won't
Yeah.
lose.
Who else is in there?
I really feel
Jess?
like we do have the best
Jess
group.
Coney? Come on, Michael. Lay Jess out. she's so nice.
She's not as cool as her sister.
I forgot she was even here. She's right. Kind of faded away.
She may not be as cool as her sister, but at least she came.
Right.
Which one's?
I think she may have killed Nikki.
I think. Yeah.
I think Nikki's not. Like,
That was the storyline we were going with.
Pretty sure she choked her out.
Yeah.
Did her mom say she liked her?
Are we
more?
breaking kayfabe here?
They choked each other in that video that I made.
They did. Yeah.
They did.
Nikki seems surprised. Jess went at her pretty aggressively.
Well, I mean, it's on camera.
I mean, if Jess is here. I mean, if we can't have Nikki, we might as well have Jess here, right?
Yes. So. Jeez.
What does that mean?
I thought we were making fun of her.
Yeah. Ooh.
We were.
Who else is in there?
Becca.
Oh, Becca. I have trouble making fun of Becca. I don't know her that well yet. Go ahead,
The commie.
Jennifer. Huh?
The
Oh
ex-commie.
yeah, the ex-communist. And I know she posts it publicly, so I guess we can make. She used to be a
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witness too. Yes, right. I think I remember her coming to my door and asking if I had received my latest copy of the Watchtower.
Do you believe in angels?
Chris Angel.
Do you believe that there are angels among us?
Yes, I believe there are angels among us. I'm related to 3 of them. Oh,
There are angels among us.
Whoa.
What's happening?
To us from somewhere up. We can only sing 8 seconds of it before we get copyright.
We have to pay a copy.
Don't want to get
yeah,
kicked
the other
off of
side. My
YouTube.
step siblings, their last names are Angel.
Oh, okay.
So I know angels.
Who else is in there? So we got Corey and.
Corey's daughter's in there.
Well, we can't make fun of Abby. She's under 18.
She's a minor.
That's against the law.
See, Matt, Corey, Abby, Robert.
Oh, but see, that says something. They had to bring a minor with them to help them beat the room.
Right.
They had to bring a kid.
That's because I think Buck may have succumbed to the self-loathing. That's why he's not here.
Wow. Yikes.
He had to get a haircut.
Yeah.
I think Robert might be the only other person in there.
Robert. So what do you guys want to... Robert, what do y'all want to say about Robert?
What can you say about him? He's just a nice guy.
What can you say about Robert that hasn't been said? Rachel, would you like to say anything?
I feel like we are forgetting someone, and I feel sorry for that person, but I genuinely can't think of anyone
Matt,
else.
I think if we're
Manny,
forgetting them, I
Becca,
think that's a pretty
Abby,
good burn.
Jess, Robert. There's 7. We're not forgetting about anyone.
Okay.
Dave, would you like to
Solved
say anything
it.
about Robert?
Nope.
Is it
Jennifer?
is it that hard?
No, it's easy.
I know why it's taking them so long.
Why?
But they've got Robert.
Is it because he was late?
Because he's late. He's late for everything.
Oh. That's it.
I thought he would wear a cardigan today and bring his cat.
That's another.
So I've not been to a lot of escape rooms, but I've got to say that just the production value on the parts of this that I've seen are pretty nice. This lobby's nice.
It's a really nice place. This
that
building
is
is
that,
nice.
that first room over there is really nice, and I can't remember. We played that video at the beginning of this second stream.
I think
right?
so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very nice. I've done one before.
You can do
and
it.
was nice, but it wasn't as nice as this.
Not like that.
And I think
I'm
they've
gonna
got,
make
what,
it work.
3 rooms going on right now.
Yeah, there's a cut 2 or 3. They had another group come in. Yeah.
I was asking myself, how often do they have to design new rooms to make it like a sustainable business model? Because I think a lot of it's.
I think Steve could have answered that. I think they change them out fairly frequently, and they probably cycle old ones back. And,
I thought it was interesting that they designed their own room.
yeah, that's great. I think.
Yeah. I hadn't anticipated that. I thought maybe there were stock rooms or.
I'm
Well,
anticipating.
So the one I did before was the breakout rooms, and they're a franchise. So I think they all just trade them around. But I think it's awesome that they create their own. We're looking at some of the posters on the wall. They've got the outbreak. It all starts here. That's the story of how Mike got insert some STD there.
Tell no one.
What?
That's a little ASMR for you.
It's on the poster over there. Right? Break a leg. Act out breaking a leg.
Oh, I thought you guys.
Then Bedlam, which is the one we're doing, and then Murphy's Law,
And the timekeeper.
the timekeeper.
Speaking
That
of
looks
the
very
timekeeper,
Doctor Who-ish.
Jesus.
I think
That one looks wibbly wobbly.
I mean, I think I heard the Doctor Who theme song a minute ago.
Oh yeah, I definitely did.
But it was like.
But it was only 8 seconds of it.
Yeah, they only used 8 seconds of it, so nobody come after them.
Yeah,
We mentioned before that this shop is in Cross Lanes, but did they mention there's another one in Huntington?
Yep.
Nice.
Rachel told us it's right near Pullman. It's right across from Big Sandy.
Okay.
It is on the side of where the donut shop is.
Peace, Love, and Little Donuts?
Yes.
They have a Peace, Love, and Little Donuts in Charleston.
My sister works at Peace Love and Donuts in
Oh,
Huntington.
yeah.
My daughter
Are
works
the-
at Peace Love and Little Donuts.
For anyone actually,
Why don't we have donuts?
I'm sick of damn.
Where are our donuts?
Are their donuts good?
Even stale
No,
donuts.
they're not bad, but I don't like. They're like the old-fashioned donut. They're like a cakey, thick donut, and I don't like that.
That's great. That's great.
No donuts.
I say, are the donuts good?
Like
And
raised.
I want them to be like
fluffy
yeast
dough.
donuts.
I say, are the donuts good? And Trav goes, and Rachel goes, no.
I was going to say that they're good until you had so many of them from your kid bringing home leftovers or
Well,
whatever.
you can have your kid bring
Yeah,
leftovers
it's okay.
to my house.
They're gonna be out soon, so in a minute before they come.
Hey, I'm gonna get off camera then and get ready to catch them bursting out.
Put you on another room,
Okay.
so you can't see anything.
Okay. Just tell. Do you want us to go now?
No, it won't be long.
Yeah, sure. Come get
We
us.
just need to
whenever.
wrap up.
So, have you had donuts from Spalding's in Huntington? Or in Lexington? Have you had donuts from Spalding's in Lexington?
No.
Those are the perfect old school cake donuts. They are the best donuts ever.
If I break it in half, does it count?
So I think we've been told that in a minute we're going to get up and go to another room because they are about to come out, and then we will go and put up the winning time. Go Team Ramrod!
Team Ramrod.
Team Ramrod!
I think the next thing they'll see is them busting out. We're gonna turn the camera towards that way.
Okay, great.
If I break
So they're going to
pieces in half
sequester
and put
us
them in there,
away
does
in
it count?
another room, and then we will go on our journey to
hard
take
because
down Bedlam.
Why?
Don't fit perfect.
And win or lose, we'll have a good
I don't
time.
get it.
I can't be
Right.
contained.
I think if Rachel has to take a bite to the face, she's gonna be mad at all of us.
Team Ramrod.
It won't happen.
All right, we're gonna go to the freeze screen. We're gonna see you guys in a while. Wish us luck. Thanks for
That
everybody
was the
voting
chair.
for us. Hopefully it comes through.
Well, we're gonna take it right there, buddy.
So,
Get through real quick.
yeah, what you're seeing on camera right now is the first team has completed the challenge, and the second team is going to the back. We're going to leave the camera on these guys for a minute, and then we're going to leave.
I don't think they'll fit, and I don't want to
We're in here, guys.
Come on. Jen. Jen.
Hey guys, Andrew, Olivia, come on. Yeah, don't touch anything there.
It took them a while to set it up, so we want to be real careful.
Hey, over here, don't touch anything.
Over here.
Yeah, stand right in front of me there.
There we go.
Turn around like that. Put it right in front of you. Cover your face. That's right.
Okay, yeah, that'll work perfect. So I'll get one on yours, or a few on yours, and then I'll get one for Facebook page. Okay. Alright, I'll get a couple of 3, 2, 1.
Which one do you have?
Real quick. Hold it up, Olivia. Hold it up. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright, looks good. You guys just want to roll the cards on the chair there or on the table?
I got the good one.
Or actually, I'll collect them for you if you want. It's like a free hand.
Thank you.
Hope you guys had a good time. You guys were fun. Appreciate it. And feel free to come back and try Murphy's. I think your kids would like it. Definitely. Have a good one, guys.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you. Some of those cards.
Now, and then help me reset Bedlam.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and start on that.
Okay, yeah.
Here's he is in timekeeper. Take a phone call last time.
The person their sun shining on it.
I can see if he's done it.
Yeah.
38.
Got you
And the thing you
all
gotta
time.
watch out
I'm
for.
gonna unveil it till after
It's the
that.
starfish you get.
Just gotta reset.
They know about the starfish already, it's okay.
He said he's going to be just a minute. Okay. He's still on the phone.
I can go to the starfish.
Get those chairs out of the way.
That was great.
It was fun.
Oh, that was so much fun.
It was good.
Oh yeah. Looking back, like everybody in terms of like yeah. Very obvious.
We went that one, it was all.
I remember a couple of points we were just like
Yeah.
we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it until they're in there. Yeah. We're not giving away no secrets.
Oh, I see. We found tape.
Yeah, we could do things like say that, you know, like
Hi. We just did the Bedlam room down here at the Lost, and was it a good time?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
We're team the Jolly Rogers.
That's right.
I feel very confident we're going to beat those posers.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
We're keeping the times under wraps until everybody's done. As Manny said, we are at the Lost Kanawha in Cross Lanes. There's also one in Huntington. We did the Bedlam room, which was supposedly one of the hardest rooms, I guess, and I felt like we did pretty good.
It was super long.
Now,
it was,
none of us had done an escape room.
Yeah, none of us had done that before.
Yep.
And this was not a starter room.
Yeah, definitely not a starter room at all. But, God, it was fun.
Yeah. It was so great.
It was incredibly immersive. Everything, until it didn't look like it deserved to be there. It was
Very well done.
It was.
And if you're going to do an escape room, bring this guy. He helped us out a lot. He's like, that means this. I'm like, you're right.
I tried.
They put so much time and thought into this so people can have a great time.
Yeah, and it
awesome.
felt like
they
you
give
were
us
there.
plenty to overthink with, too.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
We absolutely overthought a lot. And the thing is when you're in there, you just, and I think that this is true of all escape rooms. I mean, everything I've ever heard, they're almost designed to make your mind just run in all sorts of wild directions because you just want anything to work, anything at all.
It's a little bit of mental sleight of hand so that the puzzles don't seem linear, I think.
There were
it's very engaging.
There were a
it gets
couple
you really going.
little things that were like intentionally misleading.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, this is a little red herring, but not a big one. Not one that made you feel like an idiot afterwards.
Right. I was like, I just spent 2 hours doing this cipher, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing like that.
But afterwards, you were just like, oh, all of that made sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
And what was amazing about the design of it was you didn't feel like you was in a building, a block building down here in Kanawha here. You felt like you were at that place doing that.
Right.
Yeah,
Super duper immersive.
Yeah, you forget that the rest of it is here.
The props are wonderful.
The staff is awesome.
See, it's really amazing that they built this themselves. They designed it themselves, and that's
in-house operation.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm a little bit of a theme park guy, and the immersion that they did in it is literally Disney-esque. It's literally floor to ceiling, everything around you
Everything
is themed to it.
There's no drop ceilings in there. There's not. It's beautiful. They put a lot of work into it. And it really shows. This was my introduction to escape rooms, and I almost feel like,
I'm ready to do another one.
I absolutely am too.
I'm ready for us to do
But
this,
this is what I'm afraid of. Is how do we move up?
Yeah, we're spoiled now.
The bar has been set at a certain level.
Well, I think now we should go back and do one of the easier ones. Maybe while they're in there, maybe we should go do an easy one.
I wonder if we could crack out a record time on one while they're bumbling around.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you guys know the people on the other team, there's gonna be a lot of bumbling on that team.
Well, here's my.
There are too many alpha dogs on that team.
Yes, they are, and they're all chihuahuas.
Yes. Here's my take, really. Is that,
I'm bringing them out.
I'm pretty sure that they're going in a man down. Because they told us in the beginning that you can't take outside food or drink inside, and I'm sure that Travis Orders is going to forfeit.
We're getting sign language smack talk through the window.
Yeah, here comes the losers right there. Look at them.
Here come the losers.
He made those
Emra's gonna suck it up. I feel so sorry for you. They're gonna.
You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it.
Take your time.
We'll see you guys in 6 hours.
We're gonna go out and get food.
Travis Orders, I'm pretty sure, isn't going to actually go in under protest. No food or drink allowed. And Dave Gilligan and Travis Reynolds, on their own, would be a formidable force. However, if anybody's ever played a game with them, they know that every single thing that they come up with, they're just going to argue about anyway.
Yes, they are.
So there's absolutely no chance for them. That's it. They're done.
I did look at my team and got kind of worried, but then I look at their team and I felt a lot better about everything.
And this is coming from a 14-year-old girl.
She's very smart.
Who's
for her
stuck on a
age.
team with their dad.
Right. Unfortunately, had to be on the team with her dad.
Yeah. Well, here's the
That's
thing
what
about
I
this
was
team.
mainly worried about,
This
yeah.
team right here, we work together. That's the secret to escape room. Work together. Work
Yeah.
together.
We did. I think we feel that we did.
And communicate. Yeah.
And we, I mean, we did a lot of record keeping. I thought that helped us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were able to pull back at the notes when things got crazy.
We also had, on those same record keepings where, like, when somebody would be sidetracked, you were like, oh, we've solved that puzzle.
Right.
And that
Yeah.
person would move on.
Yeah, and I think record keeping really helped us out.
Yeah. Right.
That was another thing. We didn't all focus on any one given puzzle.
Yeah, and if we couldn't get it, we moved.
Yeah, we traded places. It was very fluid too. We didn't have to direct each other.
Yeah, it'd be like-
you go over there and help or anything like
Or
that.
it'd be like, somebody else try this. I'm on good because I'm not getting it apparently.
Yeah.
Like they're at the end. That was what happened there. I couldn't get that. She stepped right in and bam, knocked it out.
We could get into an RPG mentality versus board game
Yes.
mentality
Because
argument once
how many people here-
we see that the other team is lost.
How many people here are RPGers? I mean, I'm an RPGer above board gamer.
Yeah.
So that's why we did good here. They're all board gamers.
We worked as
So.
a party.
And that's
But I like board gamers, but I just suck at them.
That's not
Board
super
games.
We did
linear
work
like
as a
board
party.
game.
Who was
Right.
who?
Well, unfortunately, I think I was probably the steed. I was the pack mule.
Well, you came equipped. You came with your own wagon.
Right, that's right.
You were.
There's only one wagon though, so we couldn't circle it.
What we did didn't do any
It was
good.
very appropriate for the theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that.
I think it was just an awesome time all around.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to know if we just go crush one of the easy ones real quick while they're over there.
Like,
I
is it
imagine
possible to
we
bang
can
out
do
a
the rest-
record time?
I imagine we can do the rest of yours while they're working through that one.
Because they're going to be here for 3 or 4 days.
60-minute game.
And we'll all go out to dinner. And
Murphy's,
Leave them in there.
Murphy's, you guys would really get a kick out of. We made it a comedy.
that one wasn't.
I mean, it is for us.
We brought our own comedy.
Right, we brought our own.
But yeah, Murphy's is.
Yeah, they're in there now.
Comedy. It's crazy in there. It's just like.
So if we go in there, someone would definitely make fun of us.
See, Jake, I thought Jake was a little light on you guys.
He didn't make fun of us.
He did it. I was a little upset that he didn't make any
You
jokes.
guys were so in tune, I thought, especially early on. The first half of the game that you guys did, you guys were ahead of normal schedule. You were ahead. Then you hit a part. I don't want to say. Are we
We're live.
You're alive.
I want to say you hit a part, and it was like, it was like the Titanic. It just went down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
happened?
can imagine what area that was.
Yes.
That is so common.
Now, was that part of the design? Did we fall prey to that?
It's usually a different part in every game.
Well, there are. What I noticed, and again, I'm a newbie.
Yeah.
So what I noticed is that linear thinking. You're moving in a direction, and then if something changes, if there is a shift in the design of the puzzle or the cipher, whatever it is, then it just seems like it feels like a derailment. Because you have to shift gears and get back on that track.
Well, with escape rooms, there are, and it's funny you said that because you kind of really said exactly what Bedlam is, and there are games that are just strictly linear games where one step will lead you to the next step will lead you to the next step. And then there are games that are just kind of all over the board. And we've kind of done with Bedlam, we've got it to where it's a little bit linear at parts, and then at parts there are times when you're going to be working on 2 or 3 different things at the same time.
Right.
And Timekeeper is really, it's not linear at all. It is, you're working on things, and you're not getting instant gratification. That's big.
Yeah.
It's big because it's like, you got it right, you got it right, but you didn't get a reward. But
Like
you're
marriage.
going to have to use that with something else.
Yeah.
And that's how Timekeeper is. Murphy's is a little bit more linear with a little bit of mixture of multitasking in there. Bedlam just is kind of both.
There were a lot of those.
It was designed that way. It was designed to get you kind of rolling, and then it's like, okay, now we have to really think a little bit more outside the box and more in different areas, and then kind of comes back to being a little bit more linear, and it kind of bounces back and forth a little bit.
You know, what I said just a few minutes ago while you were escorting the losing team next door. What I said was I felt like one of the things that we really had going for us, at least it felt that way, was record keeping.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because we kept going back to the notes when we would get stuck. We'd say, okay, what do we know exists and we haven't solved?
Yes.
And I feel like that was quite often to our benefit.
Yes. There was specifically a time that you say that I sat beside Jake while he ran the game, and he told me, he said they didn't have to go back to the other room to look because you wrote it down.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's rare. That happens 5% of the time. So, and you know, and we do design games to where you may see something in one room that may come into play later.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that we did. And I think you had the notebook.
Yeah.
You probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, they didn't have to go back in there. And that was, you know, you saved a lot of time because a lot of times people will not even make that connection until a little bit later. That's when you guys were rolling. I mean, it was just like, wow. So it was pretty cool that that the record keeping really. There was another section later in the game that I thought the record keeping was good too, but it really helped out in getting through the game that you guys really kept it organized.
You know what I think is going to be the other team's downfall, to be honest. Not giving no spoilers away here or nothing, but you guys know what I'm talking about. When everything changes.
Yeah.
Their linear thought process right there, that train will catch fire, run off the rails, drown in an ocean.
It's amazing. Some groups excel when it does that.
They
break apart. And I believe you know much better than I do. But I've seen groups struggle more linearly than when they have to break apart and come back together.
Really?
And that's why sometimes we'll get a group in Timekeeper, and like I said, it's not linear at all. And they blow through it, and they get out in 48 minutes, which is crazy real for that room. And then they'll go in Murphy's and barely get out. You know, it's like, it's so much harder in here, I think, than it is in Murphy's. And everybody will tell you that. I think difficulty level Bedlam's about where Timekeeper is, but it's a totally different type of thing.
And the big thing about this is we're all gamers here, and I think that's what makes this so much fun, because this is a big game you get to go into, and you get to play with the pieces, get to be part of the game.
Yeah.
So all of you guys, come down here and play some games.
Oh, yeah,
It's
absolutely.
tons of fun.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, one thing that we were talking about while you were getting them ready was the quality of immersion.
Oh, absolutely.
Was absolutely astounding. Come on over.
Join the party.
I'll sit here.
Okay.
Just off screen.
I'll just be the voice. I'm good. Just like the guy, the wizard. You know, Wizard of Oz, behind the curtain here. Yeah.
So, I mean, the immersion is amazing. And the immersion actually played a psychological role at one point in the game. And the amount of time, I can't imagine how much time you guys have in that build, but I'm going to ask. How long did it take you to design and implement and fabricate? Because you can get lost in that.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's no drop ceilings in there.
I don't sleep. I don't. It's my wife and I. We have a business, and we've designed all of our games. With Bedlam in particular, we really wanted to do something another step above where we've been, because we've learned so much since we've opened. I mean, you know, the way when you open from 2-3 years later, you really learn the industry even that much better, especially when we travel and play and stuff like that, because I still just love to do it. But it probably took us.
It shows.
It probably took us about 5 months in that build, but it was only my wife and me and Jake. Usually I have a bunch of the other game masters kind of chime in, help us out a lot. We didn't want them to this time. We wanted to let them play it. We didn't even let them look. My daughters worked with me in Huntington for a while, and we did not even let them look at anything that we were building, because we wanted it to be a true test. And when we played it, we put it at 60 minutes, and we were like, there's no possible way that you could beat it in 60 minutes. And I think there's maybe been 2 or 3 groups, and it's been played 1,000 times probably by now, that have barely beat it in under that. Very experienced groups that have done it. So, you know, I mean, we've even talked about bumping it even up to 75 minutes because I think it's worthy of doing that.
Mhm.
But we really wanted to make sure that even, you know, new players could come in, but even our game masters had a challenge and had something a little bit different. And that's why we didn't even let them look at it. So,
And, do we have good audio? Can we hear him?
Yes, he's coming across decently.
I'm
Okay,
loud.
Okay, good. 'Cause I just wanted to reiterate.
I'm
He said
loud.
that build was 5 months, and he didn't even let the rest of his team see it. That's great.
It was crazy on my part, but it was fun. It was a good challenge. My wife and I will wake up in the middle of the night sometimes and be like, "Hey, I have a great idea," and I'm like, "I was asleep." Well, what is it? You know, it's like, what's the idea? So because we're currently designing about 5 other games right now.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And they're going to be probably as big as what Bedlam is in size wise.
Hey, wait, I just want to say something real quick. You guys hear that sound?
That was a clue.
That was a clue, wasn't it? That early.
Burn.
Oh,
These
man.
guys did not use a clue.
Are they still in the first room?
We held out forever before we used our first one.
I'd
We
say
forgot we had them.
Yeah, we did. We just kept pushing through.
I told you guys when we walked into the room, you forget you have your clues.
Yes.
Yes.
And you just
You
get
really
so
do.
caught up in. And I do the same thing, guys. I'll tell you, I've played a lot of games. The worst thing that I do when I go into a room and play, and I always tell my wife or whoever, kids, whoever we're playing with, be sure to do this, is there'll be a piece of paper on a desk and I won't turn it over. It's like the most simple thing. And it's like, oh, here's your first puzzle. And it's like,
Speaking of kids, what age group do you guys cater to? Like do you go down to younger kids, like say 10?
We do, and when we do, our main goal here is I just want people to have fun. You know, I mean, we don't have an ego here about, oh, we beat you, you beat us. That's not what it's about at all.
We do. We do.
We brought that with us. These guys did. Now, if I were challenging you guys in an actual challenge, I'd be all in for you. But, middle school can generally do fairly well.
It's a good thing you're in high school right now, Abby.
With
That's
help.
what- that's
but
what-
that being
yeah.
said, sometimes we do kind of alter our games to help younger groups do it. I mean, it's not fair, you know, because you need some life experience in some of these games.
Yeah.
I mean, once you hit high school, dude, you're on your own. You know, it's just like that. But
I would think, you know, everybody's told us, again, we're all newbies. Bedlam was challenging. And I felt, you know, my daughter's 14. She went in with us. She's our Sam Ash by proxy today. Sam couldn't be here with us, Sam. I hope you and Adam are well. I hope you're watching. I hope everybody's feeling better.
We hope you're jealous.
Yeah, we hope you're jealous of the experience. Yeah, trust me, you are.
Yep.
But at
Yes,
the same time,
absolutely.
I absolutely believe that, you know, I think Abby was a benefit to us in there.
There was this one point where we were just bumbling around, and she, I guess, having the most recent school experience, was like, "I know how to draw the chart for this puzzle."
Yeah. To be fair, that was a chart I had been taught to draw in the same kind of classes that she was saying, but I haven't thought about that chart in
Well, right.
more than 20 years. But for her, it was just boom right there.
She's like, move out of the way.
Yes.
It's my puzzle now.
And hammer. So, you know, I absolutely can vouch that, you know, I think that, you know, at least a 14-year-old, it's well within the grasp of.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put my 11-year-old through one.
It's funny.
Yeah, we should get all of our kids and put them through one together.
Yes. No, we should challenge them.
Oh.
No.
She gets way too. My daughter gets way too competitive. We would lose.
No, she would
See,
get
I were-
competitive
see-
against me.
Hold on a second, guys.
With the age thing, it's funny that you brought that up. I've got an escape room story for everything in life now. I think it's kind of like The Office; they have something for everything.
Right.
We do too now. We were at Locked and Coded up here in Charleston. Good friends of ours. I love those guys. They have good games too. So if you play all of ours, go play theirs too. They're great people. We were playing one of their games, and we walked in there, and we had our 6-year-old grandson with us. You know, who's really too young to play. It was jailbreak, so we were in jail. He thought that was cool, and I said, "This better be the only time you're ever in jail."
Right.
But we're all playing, and we got stuck on something, and you know, I was kind of letting everybody else play a little bit more because I played more games and seen more stuff. We were stuck, and he comes over. He says, "I got a clue," to his mom, and she just missed him. He's 6 years old.
Right.
Yeah. No, you don't. He comes over to my wife, you know, his Yaya, and says, "I have a clue." And she looks and she says, "Oh my goodness, it is!" And it was the next thing we had to do. The 6-year-old had it in his hand, and we missed it. So they see things so much differently, and they can be a help. I mean, just like with Timekeeper, that younger group that you saw come out with the parents, and the little one found something in there, and they always do because, well, they can get down lower than we can. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I mean, me too. I mean,
but how long have you been not just running escape rooms, but doing escape rooms?
Oh, I think our first one we did it in Nashville. It was in 2000, either late 2014 or early 2015.
Okay, so roughly 5 years.
Yeah, roughly 5 years.
Do you still get skunked?
I've lost once.
Yeah?
I was bummed.
Did you go back and seek revenge?
No.
No? Just let that one go?
Yeah, I had to. That's all I'm going to say about it. I just had to let that one go. So, other than that, that's been it.
It keeps him humble.
It feels definitely like once you do, you know, if you have a couple under your belt, that you know you can turn your brain into that mode.
I don't know. I think that it'll help you with a lot of things, but I think if there's anything twisty, you will just make it harder to see what's different.
Yeah. I could see that.
You can look into it too much and get so focused in on something.
Right.
Yeah, see, we went into this with no preconceptions
Right.
about
We had
what
no
any one
idea.
puzzle had
And
to
that's-
be or
that's
how it
what-
had to play out.
We knew what we as humans, as individuals, and as a team wanted to do. We had absolutely no idea going in what we were actually going to look at.
I think that's where the other team going into this has an advantage because they stack the team where they have people that's done them on the same team.
They have several.
And I hope it hurts them in the end.
It may. It really may in this room. So.
There were a bunch of things that you guys do that are different than what I've heard about in other escape rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
I'm maybe the most ice cold one here because I've never asked about him. Because the truth is when I finally did my first one, I wanted it to be completely through fresh eyes. I didn't want to have any preconceived notion really. I didn't want to know, this one that I did in Antarctica, I didn't want it.
Yeah.
So really, I came in extremely cold, and I'm glad that I did. I'm really glad that I did.
That's the first part right there.
Yeah, that's where the escape room starts.
See if you can get in the door. Come on in. Go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a very great time, right?
Oh yeah.
I know one thing, like once you do one, I can't.
I'm ready to do it. I'm ready.
I'm genuinely curious if we can bang out Murphy's Law before they even finish.
I mean, probably.
We'll just leave the stream dead for an hour. It'll be great.
We'll be right back with more commentary.
One thing you say, they played escape rooms before, and I don't know which ones they played, and it may come back to hurt them, is that there are not a lot of locks in here.
Right.
And that's probably what you heard. maybe.
Yeah, lots of
lots
locks
of locks
and
codes and color coding
and like
things
like make sure you turn everything over and find things
Right.
written underneath tables
There was a
and
lot of ingenious.
A lot
Yeah.
of people. I've done the whole lock thing, and it's still fun. I still
Yeah.
like to have that lock and get it open sometimes.
It feels good when it opens.
Yeah.
When I
Oh,
walk
I did
into
it
a
right.
room, and I've played a game before, when I walked in and I saw one bookcase have a thing over it, had 5 locks on it. And I was just like, oh.
Right.
It just made me tired just to look at it.
Well, no, you guys have a lot of like he was saying earlier, just downright Disney magic going on. Whereas
There
like,
was-
yeah,
That was
like
the word used.
Yeah.
you're theming the way Disney does a park. They'll texture the ground, they'll paint and then weather everything you see, and then of course when you go inside there's atmospherics and things, and you guys did all that. You had
it's
the
all very
flooring, you had the walls,
very
you had
tactile,
weathering
very
on
interactive.
things. It was just
Yeah, it
it was
didn't
very
feel-
immersive.
It didn't feel like a new build. It felt like he was in the
felt
old
like
Wild
you'd been
West
there.
town.
And,
You know?
and the other thing too is that you were talking about you walk into a room and see 5 locks. And maybe it was me, but did you guys ever feel like it got stale?
No.
Did you guys
No.
ever feel like
Like we're doing the same thing over and over. No.
No.
A couple laughs.
I feel like there were a couple of times we kept going back to things and
Well, yeah, because we were looking for that familiar pattern.
Right.
But that's just it. It wasn't.
I think once at one point I was like, no, we've already done that.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really a point where I felt like it was a chore, like we were, like we were repeating things. It just stayed fresh.
Yeah, that was another thing. I have an eclectic reading background, and you didn't reuse your ciphers at all. It was very nice to see that everything was fresh.
Yeah.
Like it was a little stumping because I'd already got into the way of looking at something.
Yeah.
But
What are you saying?
You know, what's this with the
It was
stump
engaging.
joke?
What's with the stumping? Why are we stumping things?
mental stumping, not stumping brains.
Never ends, does it?
Just put your foot down.
I mean, there is an
He
end
used
to it,
he
but-
used the right plurality on that.
It's about a foot shorter. No, I don't know. I just can't tell you how impressed I was.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you guys just had a blast.
It was a lot. It was fun. I've had in a
I
long
got a
time.
question, and I don't know. Sometimes people find this and people don't, and this is definitely meant to be, whether you find it or whether you don't. Did you all find a website in the room?
No.
I wasn't looking for it.
Oh.
I
There
found
was. It was on the
there
monitor.
there was
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
oh
On the monitor.
But I didn't memorize it. And I didn't visit
Oh.
on the TV.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I
Probably
didn't notice
wrote it
that.
down and it's
You
in
probably
the
did
bottom
write
of-
it down.
And it's in the bottom of the bin.
It's meaningful.
Do we need to go
I
check
always
it
like to
now?
tell people, we check that after they finish up for sure. We did that on purpose because we're planning on doing something in the works. I don't want to spill the beans with it yet too much, but we're planning on doing something of expanding Bedlam outside of this building. So,
I'm okay with that.
and that's really all I want to say too much right now, but to where you can actually, it's free. You don't have to pay anything extra to do it, but it's something that you're going to be able to do after you finish this game and go beyond.
So add
these
to the
walls.
immersion.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
That's
So-
awesome.
I
So
reckon-
we're working on that.
Yeah.
I can absolutely tell. I mean, I just keep coming back to the word, but I think it's the appropriate word. The immersion was just absolutely incredible. That was.
Yeah, you stepped into a different world.
Well, and like I said, there was a psychological element to it.
Yeah.
And I think every single one of us felt that same psychological element at the exact same time.
Yep. So what he's saying is that when you come and do Bedlam, make sure that you dress up for it, wear your cowboy hats, put on your cowboy cosplay, bring your prop toy guns.
Yeah, I really should have brought my ribbon shirt and buckskin leggings.
Yeah.
I should have ignored the temperature outside, and that should have been something
Right.
I did.
I was just saying, my father-in-law's gun he used to use for his Wild West reenactment was like sitting there on the shelf at home going.
It was. I mean, the thing is that and I think this probably also is a mark of a good escape room, is that you want to tell everybody you know, but you don't want to tell anybody because you want them to do it. You want them to share the experience.
You want them to go in cold and be
they
amazed by it.
Right, and you want them to have the same magic that you have.
I think what it is bring your friend and do another one.
It's kind of hard to do the same one though, and not tap into
I
what
guess
you know.
I guess it depends on if you beat it or not.
I mean, you could just stand back and put your cowboy hat down.
Maybe we
kind
can
of look
ask
cool
them
on the
about
wall.
We'll find out if they want to do it again after they lose.
Yeah, we'll walk them through it.
You said that, come back and play it again. I'm not telling some people here. I don't know who their names are or anything, but we've had people come in and play, especially down in Huntington a couple of times. Probably comes to mind more than here. And they played a game, and with maybe work or family, and then they come in and play the same game 2 weeks later with a date.
No. And they look really smart because they destroy it.
That's happened about 5 times.
That's a good idea.
You're giving people ideas right now.
There's an idea for you.
I mean, as far as impressing your
We know
date
you're out
goes,
there.
trying to look smart isn't the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole lot of worse tactics.
Yeah,
out there.
but like the first time that you're like lost in the mall, they're gonna look at you and go, "Really?"
The other thing you got to avoid though is a lot of these places, I've heard, will post your finish team photos. So if you get tagged in that, or you brag about, I went and did this with work, and your sweetie finds out later that you've done it before, you've just
you
shot yourself
you
in the
have to
foot,
be at
but-
least smart enough.
Speaking of work, speaking of folks at work, does anybody know if Travis is actually working tomorrow? I mean, I'm starting to worry.
I don't think he'll make it out in time for work. He might as well go ahead and call off.
No, he's got.
You guys got a food delivery slot in there somewhere?
Well,
or something we can slip him a
drop
bucket?
something through the cell.
Kyle's small. They'll see him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I'll
think
tell
I
you,
like.
orders when he gets hungry, you won't like him when he's hungry.
You like him when he's not?
But he'll say
Yeah,
that,
that
he'll say that in English.
They might
not in
violate that
Portuguese, like in
rule
the
about
movie.
damaging the antiques.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do our scraps for motivation, because something needs to tell them, hey, we've got to get out of here at some point. Come on.
That'll be Travis' orders when his belly rumbles.
That's the
Like,
only
we're
gimmick
getting out of here
I
one
didn't
way or another.
notice, other than
I'm
the
sorry,
smell
but
of
your
the
Wild
salt.
West theme just went Donner Party.
Smell theme. Is that
There is a Murphy's.
okay?
I want to do
But I
Murphy's.
If it's belly rumbles, they'll be like, hey,
Woods for
something's
it because
happening.
it smelled like an actual wooden structure that had been baked. It didn't smell like fresh lumber. They have two entirely different smells.
Yes, that's true.
Something bugs me. When we go off the air, I'm absolutely got to ask you something.
Okay, I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
interesting.
It
I
absolutely
love that.
There was a thing towards the end that I'm not sure that we did right, or that we might have stumbled through that I'm curious
there's
about.
something I was so confident. Was important.
And it wasn't?
I don't know that it
Okay.
was. I think that either maybe we made it through a different way.
Are you talking about the thing on the left?
Or the thing on the right?
Actually, this was the thing on the right.
On the right? Okay. The thing on the left.
I think I
confused me.
know what he's talking
They were
about.
facing each other at the time.
Well, there's that.
The other left.
Yeah.
But that, I mean,
Stage left.
Again,
Absolutely.
that's why-
Afterwards, we can go back in here, guys, and y'all can take a look around and see
That
how
would be amazing.
how it works.
I don't know if I want to see the curtain pulled aside.
No, I don't think I
No,
do.
I've got to tell you.
Now,
Bringing you back to the Disney metaphor, I've done the Disney's Keys to the Kingdom tour before, and sometimes seeing behind the magic,
Is even more magic?
yeah, it does not take away.
I tell you what I want to see right now. I want to see them in there. I want to see what they're doing right now.
Yeah, can we take a short absence and watch them for a moment and come back
I
and
could
comment
probably
on
go
it?
back and snap a little video on my phone and even bring it up for you if you want. So.
We're just curious.
If you feel
We're
that
curious as
wouldn't
to how bad they're doing.
jeopardize any of your.
No, not at all. So.
We'll mute the mics whenever that happens. And well, I'm just curious what they're doing.
What they're doing is Dave and Travis are going, no, it's this way.
And then everybody else is
I
stumbling
promised you
around.
guys a story a minute ago.
Yes.
Yes.
About one of our games in Huntington, and it was a game called The Legend, and we did it for Halloween. a couple years ago. And the legend was different because it had an actor in the game with you. And that actor really could dictate your progress in the game a little bit because he could be very disruptive. It wasn't a hard game per se. It was a 60-minute game, but escape rate was probably 30% again. I mean, that's where we generally try to run between 25 and 45%. And I say it 30% isn't hard, but it was the effect of the actor in the room. So we were in the basement and we had this shack that we built, and it looked like an old shack in the woods, and we had plastic vegetation outside. So as soon as the player went into the basement, it dropped about 15 degrees. So it was kind of like, ooh. Nice. And that was just
I like
pure
that.
accident. That happened.
Just because it was a basement?
Yeah, because it was a basement, old building. And then your goal of this game was not to escape, it was to stay in and keep something out.
Nice. Now that's
Oh, wow.
So
I like that.
and I can tell you this because the game's retired and we kind of have dibs on it now. So because we designed it, but you had to. There were boards in the room, and you had to get these boards and box yourself in from windows and doors and keep something out. And it was the legend. You were going there to investigate what was going on, and it ended up that the legend was actually Bigfoot.
Nice.
So we had these realistic, hot, itchy Bigfoot costumes. And we would stay hidden for the first 15 minutes of the game. We had lightning and thunder, it was going, and all you had was a lantern. There was no other light in the room. You had one lantern. So the immersion was there. You couldn't see out very far. And if whatever this creature was, you didn't know what it was, touched you with two hands, you died. You were out. So if you came out of the cabin, he would get you and you would die. So you had to stay in. But everything that we had you working on was by a window or a door. Yeah, it was bad. So we would stay hidden though for the first 15 minutes of the game, and either people would forget about us, and wow, that initial was fun, or they really played games with themselves. You were kind of like Jaws, you know.
Yeah.
You never really saw it.
Yeah.
But you
A
knew
little
it was
bit
there.
A little bit like the xenomorph. You didn't see it until partway through.
But you know, or you would hear. And it was really good when we had an extra employee because we put two down there. That happened. But the story I got to tell you, and I can show you guys the video here in a little bit. The windows were open. We had no glass, anything like that. The Bigfoot would always break into the room at the end, no matter what. We had a way in, and to throw a little comedy in it, the last thing you collected, and you didn't know really why, was a Jack Link's beef jerky. So you
Another
could,
clue. Another clue. I just heard another
I heard
clue.
it. You could bribe the Bigfoot, and he would take it and he would leave. And that's one way you could win the game. But he broke in, and these guys they were into it. Two of them jumped out the window, and I've got it on video. They jumped out the window when he got in, and they ran up to the second floor, past our other escape room area, and got locked in the second floor.
Oh my God.
We had to go get them.
They were really immersed.
That
awesome.
was pretty awesome. We did have somebody urinate in the room. We had a lady get in the rocking chair and sing church hymns. So you could really crank it up or crank it down. But going downstairs after jumping out the window, I'll show you the video. It's hysterical.
See, the only thing I regret is that you didn't have these people equipped with GoPros so you could watch them run into the hallway.
I know. We do have the camera, but the GoPro would be better because you can see the faces just straight on.
You know, I bet you that there's probably some YouTube channels of people who do these rooms wearing GoPros.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm sure. And you know, that actor adds another element. We actually had one up here for a while. Right now we don't have any with actors, but it really adds a different element. Some people love it, some people hate it. But as a scare factor part of it, like with the legend, it worked really well.
Yeah.
Do you ever do a room that has a planted actor in the party?
Oh.
So-
when you were talking about the actor, I'm like,
It seems like that would only work if you had a group of strangers.
Yeah.
If you had a
well,
Because
not
like if
necessarily,
we had
because-
come in, you would have
Well,
had to
well-
planted someone in our group, our staff group.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
So how did you manage that? I guess I should let you talk.
We did it. We didn't do it often, but every now and then we would know somebody in the group, and it was like in 60, and that person would basically just get everybody else thinking that the other team, because we split you up, that the other team was actually against you and not for you, and it really messed them up in the room. And we did that usually with people we knew.
Yeah.
As opposed to total strangers, because if we know you, we're going to mess with you a little bit more. We'd have we'd have people play all of our games, and they come to it, and we know them, and when they come in, it's like, yeah, I'm going to get you this time. So, and we have some fun with it.
And I will say too that these guys down here, they have a great sense of humor. They're absolutely not malicious. In no way, shape, or form, when we were in the room, did we feel like they were working against us. It really did feel like they were pulling for us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like they weren't going to give us any help that we didn't ask for or intentionally seek out. But I absolutely believe that they were in our corner.
Yeah. Well, also, we were probably a bit more effective than, like, say, the current group, and they may deserve the ridicule more so than us.
I love to see that win. I love to see people
getting that door open.
Honestly, that's the reason, I run a lot of role-playing games, like D&D around the table, and that right there is part of why I do it, is seeing the team come together and the puzzles get solved, and the, you win at the end with 2 hit points left, and that feels so good no matter which side of it you're on.
Yeah.
It is. It's cool.
And I mean, it's a huge sense of accomplishment on the other side too.
Mhm.
You definitely feel like you accomplished something when you were done with
Yep,
this.
and that door came open. It's like,
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was amazing. Yeah, getting that in that door.
And you can sense that you're getting close. You absolutely can sense that you're getting close. So,
Until there's more.
Yeah.
That happens.
Well, yeah, but see, there was this one thing in the room that you see at the very, very beginning, and it's in your head the entire 70 minutes.
Right.
And then, there at the very end, you find the piece that matches that, and it's like all the way back there.
Yeah,
And
it was, but
and yeah.
Again, though, you feel when you're, and is that fairly typical?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
you can feel it.
Yeah, you can.
seems like that building that tension, it'd be part of really good design.
Yeah, because you there's an impetus at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what's and the bad part about tension is whenever you see that clock counting down,
yeah.
you're like,
Oh, gosh,
oh, we're good. Oh, where did 20 minutes go?
It goes fast.
Yeah, it really does.
It did not feel like it was in there.
There was a bit of strategy, I think, to like the hints that are offered of like spinning those appropriately when you're running into time sinks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
like I said, the guys down here, they have a great sense of humor, and I honestly believe they're pulling for us the whole time.
Mhm.
But they didn't. I don't feel like that we were coddled.
No. The hints weren't obnoxiously straightforward. They were
cryptic.
Yeah, they were
puzzling
cryptic
among
enough
themselves.
to keep some mystery, but straightforward enough to actually be helpful.
well, and yeah, I mean, and one of the hints that we cashed in, literally 4 different people looked at it and missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And about
well burned.
yeah,
well burned.
and
Absolutely.
we and that was actually the point where like we had like done all the stuff and like all of us were there together at the trying to focus on the same thing, and we were starting to get in each other's way.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, I think this is a pretty big group too.
Yeah.
Hey, what is your average group size?
We go up to 8 in a room. Usually in Bedlam you need about 6 to be really.
That yeah,
I
because
couldn't imagine doing it with. I couldn't imagine doing it with less than 6. I feel like there's
Yeah.
so much you want to
Four
win.
is okay. You can, 4 is
Yeah.
really good. 2 is it's a challenge.
well, right, yeah.
I can't imagine what they would do to finish some.
There's 2 that I've. Well, actually, I didn't see the ones get out that I witnessed, but they did really well.
Yeah, we've had 2 separate couples actually get out. And it's like, I mean, to me, that's impressive.
I bet they needed a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed a nap after I
There,
heard
there.
about it.
Well, I was going to say that this one was big enough that there was very few points in which we all didn't have something that we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I mean, I think
Yeah, there was no
wasn't a whole
time.
lot of standing around.
Yeah, there was no time. I was just like,
There
okay,
was a
no.
whole lot of sitting around, but I also was keeping a record. So I feel like I earned it.
And like I said, one thing we did good, I think, was whenever we messed with something, couldn't get it. Just you look at this, see if you can figure it out.
Yeah,
Those-
it's direction. It's really smart because everybody looks at stuff differently.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was really smart. And Jake, he didn't follow you guys. I mean, it was bare minimum that he gave you. And these guys that run these games, Aaron over here, and Jake, and everybody at both locations, they have the keys. I mean, they all have their little unique flavor when you're in the game. But these guys do such a good job, and I just could not be happier with the crew that we have. I mean, they're just awesome.
So I wanted to touch real quick too on how this all kind of came about was we had sent an away team down to another convention, and we saw your mobile room, which I think is absolutely brilliant because here's the dirty secret. We've tried to figure out how we could do an escape room at Charcon for a couple of years now. And we're all fairly smart guys.
Well.
But when you only
Except
have...
for them.
This team.
Well,
okay.
This team.
We're all...
He didn't say everyone.
Right.
I mean, statistically, on average, we're all fairly smart guys, but we have a few people that throw the curve.
Yeah. So here's the challenge. We have a venue for 3 days. How do you build an immersive experience in 3 days? Now, I believe you're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Because of what you accomplished in there. But I don't know that you could build from scratch, essentially, an experience that's worth doing in 3 days. So you kind of found a solution for us, which is you have a mobile escape room, which is, I mean, it's brilliant. So everybody out in Charcon land, make sure that you come see the mobile escape room while you're at Charcon. These guys will be there on Saturday, and they're going to do for us what we were unable to figure out a way to do. And I promise you, I've heard the mobile escape room is a lot of fun. It's a riot, and when you're done there, then you're going to come and do one of the big ones that are stationary that are here, Crosslands and in Huntington.
It gives you a little taste.
Yeah.
It's a little piece of chocolate of what the bigger ones are like, and we're able to go let other people see what we're so crazy about. I think it's awesome.
And well, I mean, it is. It's a perfect recruitment tool, and our people, our folks are your target audience too. We're the people who love the puzzles, who love the interaction, who love that sense of accomplishment, who love competition. It hits all the markers.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you run leaderboards for this?
The fellow that
show to you.
The fellow that ran ours, Jake.
Jake, yes.
He didn't use the word that we use for it, but he was absolutely correct. There was really nothing in Bedlam that you could metagame, that you could take out your phone and look up and find a solution for, and bring that back into the room.
When he said you can use your phone as a calculator and a flashlight,
and he was correct.
And, well, what he really meant was, I think that Yes, it's a rule. However, he's just saving you time by making that rule.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Because the phone's really, if you would have walked in there with an actual calculator and an actual flashlight,
You would have been as equipped.
You would have been just as equipped. Your meme device, your internet device, it's not going to help you.
I actually haven't been in any escape rooms really where an iPhone or an Android or even a computer would help that much. I've been in a couple where you could have looked something up, but not to where it's going to really help you progress through a game. They're meant to put that phone down and hey, let's go have some fun together. As a group. And
I mean, you literally could leave your phone at home, bring a flashlight. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if anybody actually used the calculator, but I mean, there were times when I could see maybe somebody.
But only in the first.
But you could pen and paper it too.
Yeah.
You could absolutely,
It's not like you're going to be solving complex equations to launch a nuclear bomb.
Well, there was that last room where we had to do the derivatives. That was that's a little hard for in your head.
One diagram.
I've only had Calc 1.
I pretty much ignored that part.
No, it was. At no time would a device have helped us. I don't think. I think that we, and again, we're all bright people, and I think we would have. At no time can I think of. I could have saved.
I didn't have a thought to pull out my phone and be like, let me just Google.
No, I didn't want to even.
There was no point where I was like, oh, Google knows this. I'll be able to.
Right. There was no time that I even wanted to. I never wanted to check my instant messages. I never wanted to check Facebook. I never wanted to hashtag, man, this is so cool while I was in there. Now, as soon as I came out, I was like, oh, hashtag, this is so cool. But
if that's how you hashtag, then don't
Explains
use
a lot.
hashtags.
Explains a lot.
I'm old.
This is why you have no followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm
Which one is
old,
that?
and I mean, it's my intent to make everything that your generation thinks is cool uncool. I'm gonna use the hashtag.
To be fair, he's been doing that
He
to
used
every
the word
generation he's been
the
in.
other day.
Did one of you guys have like an impossible ringtone?
I have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
I thought I
thing.
heard something like that. We were trying to figure that out.
I had been using my phone as a flashlight and I set it down.
Okay.
Somebody else helpfully picked it up, which normally I appreciate. But when I can't find my phone, I'm thinking there's something wrong. So I had somebody I had Abby call it and make it ring so I could find it.
The really bizarre thing is out of nowhere comes this music that's totally out of place.
Well, we're trying to solve something.
Yeah. What did we
What
do?
does this mean?
What clue is this?
Everybody
Well, yeah, and it was like
it's coming from over there.
Yeah, it was like
So what
close
we
to
need
when we
to
got
do-
the
We realized
close
it
to
was
when we got
coming
the
from
twisty
butt.
part too.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Oh right.
how they
So
got
I guess the
We can pull that off. Wow.
I mean, normally it makes its own sounds, but
What we learned from this is to sabotage the other team, we need to give them.
We should call them
Yeah,
right
we
now.
need to
On it.
Text them, call them. I didn't put you up to that.
No.
Edit that.
So I have a question. You were talking about retired rooms. What is the lifespan for one of your rooms? Like, is there a typical lifespan, or?
and before you get into answering that, a follow-up.
Okay.
Do you ever cycle a room back into use or modify it and bring it back as a second version?
Two good questions. And I'll tell you what we've done. I think a lot of escape rooms will do that. Our original two rooms up here were Murphy's Law and Timekeeper. And we opened up here about 2 years ago. So they're still here. And they still play about what they did when we opened. Bedlam's maybe 5 months old.
So it's the young one.
Yeah, it's the newest one of Huntington and here. Now, Huntington, we've been open almost 3 years. And the Outbreak and Tell No One are still original rooms. We have not changed them yet. We have we've updated Outbreak significantly to where it plays. If you played it the first month and played it now, you'd be like, I don't remember any of that. It's really freshened up. Tell No One, there's been a couple little changes. but it plays really well. I always like to say it runs itself.
Right.
You know, you'll have to help groups here and there, but there's not a whole lot you have to do. So I'm used to, I kind of look at about a 2 to 3 year span to where I really start to think about another room. I've thought about bringing Legend back because we only ran it about 6 months, and it was our Halloween room. I'd love to make it something more permanent like that. We haven't brought back any of the other ones we've retired yet. So 2 to 3 years, I like to kind of maybe freshen up. We're actually working on some massive additions in Huntington right now. We're going to bring in the Quest for the Last Dragon. I don't know if you've seen that one yet, but it's a wizard dragon type scenario.
I'm down for that.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
to.
that's
We
pretty
are.
much in our
Rematch, yes,
Rematch in
rematch.
Huntington.
Did you go?
Special effects, it will be in that.
Did you go?
You
You know
do not
these
scare us.
Charcon dorks are coming in. We got to get something whipped up for them.
We've been planning that one for a while. I can't wait. It's going to be
Now, when do you plan on maybe?
probably the first of the year.
So he's a wizard and he
We're
can see
gonna-
the future.
We're going to try to
It's
get
perfect. Next year's
all
rematch.
released at the same time. If Lord willing, we can do this. It's going to be a lot of work, but we've got that. We're looking at a mummy type room.
Ooh, I like that too.
Yeah.
Nefertiti.
Oh,
Nobody
nice.
knows her story
Awesome.
a lot. My youngest daughter, who's 23, knows a lot about her. She's read a lot about her, and she's actually been the one writing this story, and I just get to play with the toys in it. So it's going to be, you're going to be walking into an old Egyptian crypt, and it's going to look the part. I'll put it that way. Sherlock Holmes. We're going to do a Sherlock Holmes room.
No, I'm down for that.
Nice.
You know, he's public domain now and everything. So I've got a daughter that's an IP lawyer. I said, "Can I use this?" She said, "Just don't touch the last 6 books and you're good." And I said, "I'm fine with that." So, so we're going to make our own spin on it with the Sherlock Holmes. We're going to have a kids room, a date night room, which we're open for suggestions on a theme with that one. I haven't decided on anything with that yet. And then probably another one on top of that we just haven't decided on. So we've got a lot in the works, and that's a lot of build. But we've been kind of working on it already. So
Looking at Bedlam, you're more than capable of cranking out quality builds.
Yes.
Oh,
And I'm thinking that dragon one is going to have to be the rematch.
So
Give them another chance to lose next year.
yeah, the dragon, I think's on another level.
That's gonna be
If it turns out like I want it to, and I hope it does, because I really want people just go in and just be wild. I mean,
There's,
That's definitely what happened with Bedlam.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
There were
there's-
parts where
there's-
I was like, "This is something,"
You know,
and then I'm like,
the
"No."
as far as theme goes, we were having the off-camera conversation about how tired we are of people slapping Cthulhu on everything and just going, "Oh, gamers will buy this," but
Except
an
that
actual
it really
an actual
is.
Lovecraft themed, just creepy escape room would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
There's a handful of us here that are gadget nerds and techies. And,
Mhm.
One thing that it doesn't really feel, but in retrospect, when you look at the technology that's involved in building one of these, man, it has to be so much fun to play with.
Yeah.
You said playing with the toys. It has got to be so much fun to play with.
it is. It's frustrating when they don't work like you want them to.
Sure.
Oh my goodness.
All
Now,
the magnetic
as a-
switches and
Come on, man!
servos.
I
and-
say to
thing.
the inanimate object.
When you guys build something with sensors that you trip with objects, and we jokingly called Jake Control. Do you put in manual overrides in case
We
something
do
goes
have-
totally off the rails and the players have got the right solution? You can still trigger something.
We didn't have to use any in your room, happily.
Thank you.
But mainly those are just our on and offs for the day. We've got them on not everything, but it's like, okay, just make sure you turn the main buttons on and get all the switches, make sure they're all on, and then usually we don't have to touch them for the day. And I don't
See.
think in your room we use used anything. I mean,
See, I kind of
in
like.
room, everything you all do trigger.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something that we try to do as much as possible. So.
So I'm like, you guys, I guess, because I was just sitting here going through it, and like, I'm just wondering, like, how many Arduinos and Raspberry Pis got used in the making of this? Yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
After the fact, after
Yeah.
it's all over with,
I'm like,
wow, the gadgetry in there was so freaking cool. How and there were some things that I'm like, how did they pull that one off? How did? But again, it's that Disney magic. And we keep saying the D word, and there's going to be a mouse in a suit show up with a briefcase. But
relax out there. There was no infringement, no IP misuse, nothing like
so
that.
it's Disney-like magic.
Yeah, we're using it as a scale of comparison.
So honestly, Disney is a compliment to you.
Yes.
Right.
I never thought, going to the technology that, and I don't care to say this because, I mean, you can't miss it as soon as you go into the room, that I would take a piano apart and successfully put it back together again. I know no music. I cannot for you.
We have a thing about the piano that we could talk about.
No, actually,
we're going to talk about maybe off air.
Off air.
I already know what you're going to say.
Because
it's real.
We had too much music knowledge in the group.
Yeah, there's a couple things I'll show you on the piano before we leave off air. So,
There was one point
that thing's
out.
heavy.
I had to move a few of them.
Yeah, there was one point just talking about technology and stuff that really threw me for a loop for a while till everything came together. That I'll tell you about afterwards. I think you probably know which part it was.
Probably.
And I was like, what?
Oh yeah,
I was like, this don't make no sense.
Well,
it did. It was
that
like
was part of the psychological. It was you really kind of question everything you've done with them.
Yeah. Like what? Am I doing this
literally
right?
everything. Like, did we seriously screw up? Like the room. Like,
did we break it?
Thing.
Yeah, like this doesn't make no sense to me.
And
because we are known for breaking things. I mean,
yeah, and there was a little spot in the briefing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, I'm gonna have to pay for this now.
Yeah. We didn't want to buy it, so we didn't want to break it.
But I'm astounded. I'm astounded that we're lucky enough to have something like this, local to most of you all. It's not local to me, but I'm absolutely willing to drive.
Hey, another clue.
I heard it.
Are they on 3 already?
Yeah, yes, there's a third one.
Actually, I'm gonna go look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they've been in there barely
How
an
far?
hour.
When did they start?
6 o'clock.
It was like right
roughly.
around 6 when they started.
Oh, it's 7:02.
Oh. I don't know. Third clue.
Well, I don't know. We used ours we hoarded that third one.
We heard that third. We heard that
They used their first one
in that first room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
I really want to know what room they're in.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Now, you guys with first room, that was genius. That whole figured that part out, man.
Yeah, that was
that thing in the first room, like that. Once we kind of got through the puzzle.
That was a teamwork check.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Yes.
think
Really
that there are two things right at the very beginning that were absolute teamwork checks.
Yes.
And if your group can't work together, you're going to spend half an hour in the first room, and you're going to use a random piece of leather for something terrible.
And the upside is, once we made through, it's like, yes, we can do anything. Let's take
Yes.
this.
I felt like that was intentional.
I mean, there was this almost Captain Planet teamwork moment,
oh, we can do this.
And there was, and I'm sorry, I know I keep pausing, but I will not give anything away.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I promise you, this room is special enough that you want to be surprised.
Yeah.
You don't want this is Avengers Endgame.
Yeah,
which I have not seen yet.
This is do not spoil the Sixth Sense for this person.
Dumbledore dies. Exactly. Dumbledore died.
Oh my God!
But how does Superman come through?
But I keep pausing, and that's why, because I want. It's not that I'm about to spill the beans. and I want to make sure that I won't spill the beans.
We're trying to parse it in our minds how to discuss what we want to discuss without ruining it for you.
Right.
Right.
There was.
So, what? I mean, there was that first room. I feel like it served a couple of purposes. One, it shifted you into the game.
Mm-hmm.
There comes a point when you're like, we can do this. We're in it.
Yeah.
We can do it. Okay. And like Matt said, it forces that congruent team philosophy right off the bat. And if you unfortunately, if those two things don't happen for you, order a pizza and get a Snickers.
Right.
You're going to be there. Man.
Hey, let's not talk about that because it's 7 o'clock now. They're going to be there another 3 hours. We're not going to be eating till midnight, dude.
Actually,
yeah, make a food run.
Yeah, somebody's gonna make a food run, and we'll just.
What's that? Uber
hang out.
Eats. We'll get some food delivered.
I want some dirty rice from down the road.
Right.
Oh, that sounds good.
But that first room is such an appetizer. It is such a.
And that shoot of endorphins every time you solve something.
Yes.
Every time you unlock something. It doesn't even have to be you. It could be someone on the other end of the room going, "This is this," and it clicks in your head, and it just feels good.
And sometimes it clicks out loud.
Right.
At one point, I was like super excited watching Matt solve something. I was like, "Yes, this is coming together."
I don't remember actually solving anything.
No, I remember it. Becca was there. We were all around one little part.
You absolutely 100% did. But the thing is I don't think any one of us actually solved any one thing.
No, it was.
I did.
Admittedly, some of those he was assigned.
There was one part.
I didn't quite mean to, but I picked up the thing on top of the piano, and it was just a...
Spoilers. That's enough.
That's all I'm saying.
They don't need to know about the puppy dog.
Oh, see, I wasn't even talking about
Wait,
that.
Well, you know they're not going to figure out the starfish.
I know, right? Well, we may have gave the other team some clues
I still
that
have
don't
the
exist.
suckers from on my forehead from that starfish.
That dinosaur drives me wild.
We absolutely planted false hints.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they would have done the exact same to
He's
us.
got the video.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is where
This is going to be some really good television for you guys.
right now.
Which room
Give
is
you a
that?
little glance. So they're here. They just got in there. Wow. They've been there maybe 4 minutes.
But Mike doesn't.
Okay. So,
update.
Yeah.
I'd
So
say we're gonna win.
We got a little bit of a heads up as to where the other team is, and I think it's fairly safe to say that at least we know that both of the Travises love pie.
Yes.
Right.
And that will work in their favor.
Wow, I've used all 3 clues, and that's how far they are.
Wow. So this is the beauty, and this is absolutely, I'm sure, unintentional. But we're sitting in the lobby. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're at the Lost in Kanawha. This is the Crosslanes location. They also have one in Huntington, the Lost Escape Room. And we're in the lobby. We've been here all afternoon, and we've had a great time. And the other team is in there right now, losing miserably. But the beauty is we can hear when they signal to use a clue, and they're now in the deficit.
Yep.
So I have to wonder. So when they were listening to us, did they know what the noises were? I mean, did
any more clues? They
it adds to their time.
It will add to their time.
And where they're at, man, I can't believe they're just now to that point.
Yeah.
And
I can.
Well, yeah. I can too.
I'm gonna admit, I'm absolutely gonna admit, I really did think that it was that they would be further along than that.
I did too. I thought they'd be more.
I thought that they were in the next.
But,
Yeah.
but I really think that I really, and I know, I know Trav and Dave thought, man, we're bright guys and done this, and that's great. But they argue like an old married couple.
They really do.
There's a little
On the
bit of
background.
competition.
Yeah. Well, and they have the other Travis with them, which is like their kid, who doesn't listen to mom or dad either, and they're going to be yelling at him half the time.
And if he doesn't stop, they're going to turn this escape room right around.
Honey, don't do it in front of Travis.
I feel sorry for Jen because she's in there with
yes,
with the type of kids she has to deal with in her day
Yes.
job.
And you're going to get stuck making it up to her.
No, I'm not, because I told her she's going to lose. She goes, I know. She goes, I wish so much I was on your team.
do you think she's had to pull out the mom voice yet?
Oh, I'm sure she has.
I've been surprised we haven't
We would have
teacher
absolutely
voice.
taken it. Just for the record, we would have absolutely.
Oh, yes.
taken it. That would have been
So-
that would have been a positive.
She goes, I wish I was on your team. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
That's
this is, and I just want to say this is also a testament to what we've all kind of done, is that we're 7 folks who we really don't see each other all that often. Well, obviously, Becca and myself and Manny and Abby, we see each other, but we just got trapped in a room and under a high stress situation and a timer and the threat of pie. Not to eat, but being smashed in our face.
There's no one.
So someone to eat.
And,
You don't want to eat it. It may not be whipped cream.
So
it could be shaving cream.
And we're still out here with absolutely no lack of content to talk about. I mean, it's what, over an hour.
Well, now I'm gonna be honest about the two. We gotta give them guys hard times, which we are going to be definitely give them hard times. But they are also friends of ours, so we'd expect the same thing from them. We don't know what they did while we was out here. We assume they were out here talking. We'll have to go back and watch this live stream to see what kind of horrible stuff they said about us.
Were they talking smack?
They were, weren't they?
They were absolutely were, right? Are we being kind or are we being cruel?
Or are we being equal?
Kind?
When they come out here, we just have to look at them and smile and nod.
Well, I mean, you're losing to a one-legged man and a 14-year-old girl. Above all.
To be fair, that's the story of their life. And think about it, you got one leg, you got a 14-year-old girl. I'm cancered up.
Right. I mean
we're like the misfit team. Where half of us are bald. We brought Matt because he has all the hair.
We diabetes, 3 of us at least. I mean,
heart condition, pacemaker,
kidney stones.
God, we're just like medic. Like look up WebMD. We're WebMD.
We're medically challenged.
I don't think you can catch any of that.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say anxiety all around. You know.
But no, I mean
No, just some well-developed nihilism.
I think that's a healthy response to this group in general.
But I got to pick my team, and I'm very happy with my selections. I absolutely was not, I was confident from day one all the way through.
Oh yeah, I saw the list and I got this.
Yeah. Right? I think I chose very wisely. Travis has a couple of. He's got a couple of assets on his team.
Oh yeah, he does.
So I'm curious as to, was it like grade school style? I pick you, I pick you, I pick you, I pick you.
It was kind of a draft.
Okay.
It was kind of a draft.
I'm just curious.
That raises the most dreaded question of school dynamics.
Who was picked last?
Yes.
We don't. I don't think you need to know that.
I think it was me.
Now with football, you're going to be last now.
She's Abby's the pinch hitter.
You were your sister first.
But
I kind of nervous as to who picked them.
there were a couple of things though that were predetermined. There were a couple of things that said, well, if you take this person, I will have to take this person. I can't imagine who that might be applied to.
I don't know, maybe sisters or a husband
A
and wife.
husband and wife team, right? I'm not.
It would make sense.
I honestly don't. I don't remember of the pairs.
From the
who
get go, I know it
chosen.
was decided Jen and Manny had to be on separate teams.
Well, it was.
And to be fair, the reason why they do that is because me and my wife, if we play a co-op team game or on the same side, we're going to crush the other team.
It's that actually.
Because we work very, very, very well together.
And that's been demonstrated on many a game night and a few Charcons. That's
so, there was a little bit of method to how it was chosen, but I couldn't tell you how I can't remember who chose first. I can't remember because this was done actually several weeks ago. But we absolutely knew that Manny and Jen couldn't be on a team together, that Nikki and Jess couldn't be on a team together. Abby actually was the last chosen because, unfortunately, Sam couldn't be with us.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
We miss you.
Miss you. Hope you guys are feeling better. Hope everything's fine. So Abby came along. She came along for the ride and
was a capable substitute.
And she carried her weight.
On a related note, I don't know about those guys, but everybody here brought something to the group effort. Nobody just coasted through. It was very nice. It did not feel like a group project at all.
God, I hate group projects.
I think we have a good idea on who in there is carrying them.
Yes.
Oh, I hope nobody.
If we want to keep these same teams, I found out recently that Smitty's going to be running a couple games of X-Crawl at Charcon this year.
Good on him, man. That's awesome.
So I'm just saying, if we really wanted to put dice to paper, we could do a rematch that way.
That would be wonderful. Actually, Manny, who just excused himself, would be the person to really talk about X-Crawl. As his team, last time we did an X-Crawl tournament, his team's fate was decided with boffer weapons. Unfortunately, Dave if you're watching, Dave Whalen may or may not have. I wouldn't say he cheated. He didn't do anything against the rules, but I wouldn't also say that he played entirely within the spirit of the game. Hi, Dave.
He's out there somewhere going, but I won.
That's right. That's exactly what he's doing. That's right. But yeah, Manny unfortunately fell, and Dave's team lost Legion 1, and that was also we talked actually, me and Travis, when we were putting this event, talking this event through and coming up with ideas. We talked a lot about that X-Crawl event because people loved that. People loved that the teams were smack talking each other and calling each other out, and it was a lot of fun, and it was really, really interactive for our convention attendees, and we really hope to capture some of that with this.
Oh, yeah.
I think we absolutely did. I think that people have really enjoyed, everything that was.
That's the train. It's a train sound.
Oh my God, are they just now to that point?
Oh wow. I heard that. It's been about 75 to 80 minutes
I feel like we've got them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
we just completely lost track of time while we were in there, I feel like we.
I feel like we've probably done some good.
I wonder if we can we get a confirmation?
There's a countdown.
Or do we have to wait until
We have to wait.
We have to wait. It's a reveal.
This was the
So
condition.
the longer we
This was
have
the
to
condition.
wait,
The longer they're in there.
Because our staff videographer, although the fellow just off camera is doing a great job, he's 2 thumbs up. Our staff videographer is actually in the room with them right now. So they wanted our team to go first, so that they could get any kind of technical bugs worked out of the feed and all of that. And it's great. That's awesome. Except that the condition was that the times couldn't be divulged to anybody until after everything was done.
so now we
because
wait and wait and wait some more.
There's a huge advantage, right?
Yeah.
And I actually kind of expected Travis to keep time on his phone, because that's something that he would meta.
Well, right, but I think I was glad we
That's when
didn't
it had
have
the
that
tension.
tension of
I think
knowing
it
the
would
other
hurt you.
the other team
Yeah,
team's time.
I think so too, because I think that I don't think there was any time that we felt like we were in a lull. That we
No.
were,
No.
I mean,
If I ever felt like that, is usually when I suggested hints.
Yeah.
right.
If I felt like, and there were a lot of times when I felt like we were at a brick wall, but not necessarily, we were still chipping at it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't ever feel like
We were stuck.
Yeah, I never felt like we had the complacency to breathe.
Right.
We just kept pushing. So
Pacing was amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I have paid good money to watch a Hollywood film that could have taken lessons.
Well, here you got to pay to be in the film. So instead of going out to see a movie, come down here and be in the movie.
That's true.
Right.
And it feels, absolutely
It does
feels
feel
It does.
like it.
Don't you all wish you would have taken the time to get a cowboy hat?
I wish I'd came dressed as Cowboy Curtis, man.
That could be
For people, young kids that don't know what that is, go ahead and Google that, and then watch The Matrix.
Right?
Well, at the rematch, costumes will
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'll put on my robe and wizard hat. How many get that reference?
Now, just as a shout out
We will all
to
pick Holy Diver Kill Switch Engage to dress as. Unfortunately, ladies, that means that you have to grow a beard because even the women in that video have beards. So,
Well, all good
look,
dwarven women do.
Mike had a mustache.
I've had a beard
so
before.
it's possible.
Yeah.
we'll work it out.
I was gonna say is it
I won with that beard. I won a costume contest with that beard that I had.
Wizard thing. I have a very snazzy wizard robe that Sam has made for me, complete with giant floppy sleeves.
Nice.
Well, if it's not a wizard's robe if it doesn't have giant floppy sleeves.
That's right.
I have two
Where
cloaks.
is your pointy hat?
I call the pink one so someone can have the
It's
red
out
one.
sorting something.
The red one.
Does it say wizard on it?
Yes. With two Z's.
Yes.
Gotta love that series. I keep waiting for that trunk
We just
thrown away.
created a divide.
Wait
folks.
for the trunk.
We just created
I
a
just keep
divide
watching
right
the
here on
door.
the panel.
Yep.
Those who Terry Pratchett and those who do not.
Yes.
The ones that laughed heartily, Terry Pratchett.
Yes. I don't like Terry Pratchett at all,
No, me neither. We've absolutely never named important things in our lives.
Yeah, the joke of that is my daughter is named after a character in the book.
And I have pets named after characters in the book.
And we quote the books that he's
And if you really, really don't want to read, which you should, they have wonderful BBC movies.
Yes.
They really do. They're long and
Hey, Becca.
absolutely worth it.
And actually,
That's another clue.
oh,
Your mom's out-
they
your mom's
they
out
just
there.
took a penalty. We didn't
They
do
are
that.
now in the deficit.
Your mom's up there.
Mm.
Yes,
And,
that was another clue. That's awesome.
Let's do the We Win dance.
Speaking of quality adaptations, Pratchett's got another one coming out for a standalone. Good Omens.
Good Omens.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a series.
Yep.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Also, probably my favorite work of fiction.
It's
Actually,
up
I
there on my
recently
list.
read. We just completely derailed into. We're going to talk about Terry Pratchett books for half an hour, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
But
There's a
I
lot
just
of
read
material
a
to cover.
series that was co-written by Pratchett and Stephen Baxter called The Long Earth.
Yes.
That is so right
It's
up
so
my
weird,
alley
too.
with the Confluence games that we run at
Nah.
Charcon.
Oh, and full circle.
I picked
know.
up his book
And
just
I'm
because his
like-
name was on it, and I was like, oh my god.
These are so good. I just blew through all 5 of them.
That's wonderful.
I got 2 more to read.
I can loan them to you sometime if you want. I have paper books.
I use those occasionally.
So, I mean, general consensus. Everybody wants to do another escape room. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's definitely going to be a thing. I still, like I said, and I know it feels like we're just filling time at this point.
Well, we are filling
they're
time
taking forever,
because they're
so
going to
we
be in
have
there
to fill
forever.
We're gonna have to go back to Pratchett for content if they keep this
Dixon,
up.
I mean, well, we
Dixon's
could
only about an
without
hour and
study
a half.
do Pratchett cast if we wanted to. We haven't even talked about Death or his daughter.
Now, Death is actually a cosplay I have in the works. Everybody.
We have the
I remember
rat
who
too,
should have talked about
because
that.
if you're going to do that and you're going to speak in all caps, you need
Yes.
to have the rat too.
Oh yeah, the rats are definitely given. But I found somebody that I've already got the skull to wear on top of my head to give me my extra height, and I've got somebody to work on the robes. We're just working on the armature to give me the shoulders. So It's going to be a thing. Hopefully Charcon, maybe pro bonus round actually more likely.
That'll be a thing to see.
That'd be wonderful.
Speaking of which, bonus round,
You'd be
don't forget about
almost
bonus
as
round
tall as
either.
the Braxy that the
Yes.
Visitors Bureau brings.
Well, you got to have the height.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm not a slender fella, so I got to have the height to give me the extra
The gauntness.
slenderness.
Yeah. So, and again, these folks have been so nice to let us come in here and just absolutely take over their space.
Yeah, this backdrop that's usually used for the pictures of people coming out.
We've claimed
and
it.
the poor folks are coming in and doing their escape room and this madness. But it's, they've been so kind and they've been so hospitable. And, our game master, I refer to him as Control now, because I wasn't allowed to.
Jake.
Yeah, we were informed we could call him Jake from State Farm if we really wanted to have a very.
But he wouldn't answer.
Yeah, he wouldn't answer.
It also, it wouldn't have gone as well as it did in there. Yeah.
And I bet you that's the first thing Travis did when he got in there.
That's
Jake
why
from
they're
State
still
Farm.
in there.
But everybody's been super well received with us.
Wait. I heard something too.
They're
I
still,
know what it is.
Yep.
They're still messing with.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yep.
Okay. That's good. They still aren't really doing so good.
Were they
anybody's
ever
out there
really?
that could spare a kind thought for them?
Yep.
Really?
Send some thoughts and prayers
need
to,
it.
to the Travis twins and Dave.
Yeah.
I think most importantly is to stay tuned for when they get pies in the face. Right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That means you're going to have to hold the camera because he's getting it.
Mm-hmm. We
have the
need you to
bandwidth
do something
that in
very
4K
important.
So we don't miss any detail.
we need you to do something very important and make sure that Doug doesn't delete any of the video.
Yes. We're gonna have to trust you with the video. You're gonna have to make sure it doesn't get deleted.
Well, it's live streamed. It'll hit
Oh, yeah.
Facebook.
There we go.
And I have the passwords for that.
Okay. As long as we don't lose it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, we really did have a good time, regardless of anything else.
Oh,
We
yeah.
really did have a good time. But it makes it a little bit sweeter.
Even though we're not getting the pie.
Well, I guess I don't know if they talked about this earlier, but like a lot of the fears that people talk about with these things, like the "oh my God, I'm going to be trapped" and all of this, there was actually an unlocked door that at any point,
Yeah,
I
any
mean,
point
we
you feel
forgot
like-
about it,
Yeah.
but at any point,
They're right there.
oh, they're here.
There. Oh my god.
Okay, they're in about 90 minutes.
We might be real close. I think
I
we're
think it's gonna be close.
I think it's
They
gonna be real
pushed-
close.
They pushed pretty quick on that last bit.
Yes,
so.
they do. But they're here now. They could be here for hours.
Yep.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
they just not figured out there's a lock. I'm going, can't see. We're being quiet 'cause we're listening.
Yeah, we're trying to listen.
Right.
Remember, smile and nod when they come out. Smile and nod.
Is it
Oh,
time
am I supposed to hear that?
Yes.
Yes,
You
yes,
have to wear it. Sorry, we might want to pause.
we might.
The diaphragm isn't that wide. It's not going to reach over there.
Oh, okay.
As long as you guys don't say what you hear.
Yeah.
All right.
So they actually are at essentially the end of the room.
We can hear them arguing.
We can tell where they're at in the room. They're very close to the end, but
And it sounds like we were very correct about the group dynamics.
Yeah.
it absolutely does. I think we nailed that one on the head.
We can hear the arguing so well. You guys can't hear this, but we can hear them arguing right over there on the other side of that wall.
I don't know. I think I'm not putting it on is going to be the quote for the day, though.
Now, to be fair, did any of us ever think that was even an option? Okay. Okay, let's just hear them. I hear Jen yelling at him.
Well, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, because those were not the right numbers.
I feel like we got this last part very quickly.
Yes, we did.
Because we came, I think we came
Well,
to
we-
this part with an idea of what.
Well, we had numbers we didn't use.
Yeah, we knew what we didn't use. Again, it was record keeping. Yes.
Right.
And there was actually a bit of data we didn't have, but some of us were far enough that we could just yell it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, they're all grouped up. We actually was kind of spread out. It worked out great.
I'm just excited to see Travis putting it on.
Yes.
Unnecessarily, I might add.
I bet he comes out wearing it.
Oh my god! They come out with one of them. They'll put Mike in it.
Oh yeah, well, Mike's probably already in it. To be honest about it.
You probably had to take it off, Mike.
Yeah, give me that.
To be fair,
But this is close to
to be
spoilers.
fair, he is a good sport about that sort of thing.
Mike is a good sport. You knew it. Mike's a good sport. He makes us laugh a lot.
Oh my! This is